Show with your girl SheilaO. This is where hip hop meets Afro beats, Afro trap, Afro Caribbean, Afro house, Afro everything. Thank you so much for tuning in last week. And if you just joined us, welcome. You can follow us on Afrozons on all our social media platforms. And we're also streaming live on most of the streaming platforms as well. So be it iTunes, be it Spotify. Yep, we're on it. It's at Afrozons. A special thanks to my girl Yvonne OG. Thank you so much for stopping by last week. She was in town for her London to Laurent tour, her comedy sitcom. That was really great. Really nice catching up with you. While I was with Yvonne, we talked about the travel ban, the Trump travel ban. Okay, that's currently making news right now because now Trump has added some African countries to this travel ban. So if you want to know more about Yvonne's views and how this affects Yvonne OG, then you can just go. That's Yvonne OG, aka Molly from Insecure. Yeah, that's it, Insecure. So if you want to know more about how this affects her, please just go to our YouTube and subscribe. It's Afrozons Radio. Okay, that's our YouTube channel, Afrozons. And my name is SheilaO. Please follow us on Afrozons on all social media platforms. Last week was really exciting for me, like I said at the very start of the show. I hung out with my girl Yvonne OG, aka Molly from Insecure, HBO's Insecure, and we talked about the travel ban. President Trump's travel ban. And I said to Yvonne, okay, we've talked about it from the layman's perspective, but I was going to investigate and get two top attorneys in the building, okay, immigration lawyers, immigration attorneys in the building to dissect this whole thing for us and make us know exactly what's going on. What I do know about the travel ban is that in 2017, this ban or this law was denied by Congress. That same year, the Supreme Court actually approved this ban. So the countries that Trump chose, he listed these countries and they have been banned till date. But recently now, in 2020, 3 years after, our dear President Donald Trump has now taken it upon himself to add more countries to it. But this time around, he stepped on many tails by including African countries, and this includes Nigeria, Tanzania, Sudan, Eritrea. The list goes on. But over to the people that know best, okay? My two good friends, okay?
Hello,
one of them, I'm her son's godmother. Okay, hello. All right, that's attorney Eric. How are you, Grace? How are you?
Great, I'm great.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Really glad to have you. And also here with me, he's no stranger to Afrozons. Okay, that's our attorney Bayo Additional. Welcome
Hello,
to the show.
everybody. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we've talked about this whole travel ban. Over to you guys. What is really going on? Grace, let's start off with you, Attorney Grace.
Okay, so first of all, for the record, my name is Grace Okore. I'm an immigration and real estate attorney based primarily in Chicago, even though I, handle cases all over. And so, recap, travel ban. What is this travel ban?
What is this travel ban?
So this travel ban announcement happened January 31st, which has kind of shaken most of us in the African community. And basically what it is that President Trump added 6 additional countries to the list. And these countries, as opposed to the initial travel ban, these second set of countries he identified as countries that not specifically terrorist affiliated, but more, based on the fact that they didn't do certain things in terms of providing information, confirming documents, and things like that. Okay. That allegedly is,
quote
unquote, it's a violation of national security.
Right, okay. Over to you. Anything else you want to add to that?
Yes, and just to clarify something, the travel ban is really not a travel ban. It's more of an immigration ban because you can still travel to the U.S. for business and for pleasure on a visa with this promulgation. The only people banned are the people that are trying to emigrate to the United States by becoming a non-immigrant. Now, if you're traveling back and forth, you're still an immigrant. But once you decide to change your status by, say, marrying a U.S. citizen or otherwise, you're trying to adjust your status to get a green card, that's when the travel ban, quote unquote, comes
comes into play. Okay.
So it doesn't really make any sense if it's for security. Everybody can still travel for pleasure and business. So it doesn't add up. If you're trying to protect people, then how come people can still come in?
Okay,
I like
that.
Prevented.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I really like that. I really like that. But I want us to play some more music.
Go ahead.
Give people a chance to call in. Okay. The number, guys, is 773-375-9248. 773-375-9248. Attorney Grace Eric and Attorney Bayo Adesina are taking calls. Okay, so there's so much rumors out there. Okay, we don't even know which is which. We told he's gonna come to our house and send us all back home, even if you're born here. Okay, I'm exaggerating now, but really, it's something that's scary to people. So please pick up the phone and make those calls. It's the Afrozons show with your girl SheilaO. I got more Afrobeat bangers coming your way. Keep it locked. The Donald Trump's recent travel ban edition. The reason I say recent is because we've always had a travel ban since 2017, but now in 2020, January 2020, 6 more countries have now been added to this ban. From this 6, 4 of them I think are Nigerian, African countries. So I have in the studio with me Attorney Grace Eric and Attorney Bayo Adesina, and I'd like them to tell us more about this travel ban. So I'll start with you, Attorney Grace. The 6 countries, what are these 6 countries?
Okay, so the 6 countries that are currently newly added 6 countries are Nigeria, Eritrea, Myanmar, Kyrgyzstan, Sudan, and Tanzania. And each, you're coming in from one of these countries, your family is petitioning for you. If you have a spouse, a parent, or a child that's petitioning for you, which is what we call a family petition, there is a ban on that.
Right.
So people who are coming into the country, coming into the U.S. from these countries to become permanent residents. And then in the case of Sudan and Tanzania, they are now banned from the diversity visa, which is what we call the visa lottery. And Trump basically said that while they did violate some, the information sharing and all of that, they had made some improvements. So because of that, the ban on them wasn't as significant as the ban on Nigeria, Eritrea, Myanmar, and Kyrgyzstan.
Wow, I see. Okay, we have to take some calls, guys. I see the lines are going crazy, so let's just quickly get a call. Can I pick a call right now, quickly?
If you intend to marry a U.S. citizen and adjust your status that way, it would affect you. And it would only affect you if you're coming into the country under that circumstance. But if you're here already, it doesn't affect you.
Right,
if you're going back and forth as a student, it doesn't affect you.
I see.
But if you decide to marry a citizen or a member of your family decides to adjust your status, then it starts to affect you.
Beautiful.
Wait, let me clarify that. So
Go
the
ahead.
adjustment of status, because technically this ban is a ban on visas. So the argument is basically the people that are coming into the United States, they're granted visas. So, but the people that are already in the United States are adjusting their status and not specifically requesting a visa. So they would not actually be impacted under this ban. And in terms of the student who is currently here now, that student is on the F1 visa, and that is one of the non-immigrant visas. So this ban from the affected countries, Nigeria, the group with Nigeria and the other ones, it's banning the immigrant visas. So if you're someone that's already in the United States, you're pretty much okay. This really affects people who are outside the United States, trying to get in, not to visit, not to come as a student, but trying to get in with based on their family petitioning for them, and bringing them in here to become permanent residents.
Okay.
So bottom line.
Do you mind if I have one more question? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go on.
So with that being said, then what about those who are in the process before Trump had the ban of getting married to someone from the U.S.? Does that kind of damper into their, the whole process now?
Well, if you've already been granted a visa, it doesn't affect you. It affects people that are seeking to get a visa after February 1st.
So that means you might have been married, but if you didn't apply for the visa by then